The Home Rule crisis 1912 to 1914 was a two-year period of tension between nationalists and unionists in Ireland over the introduction of a Home Rule Bill for Ireland. Since the 1870s, many Irish nationalists had been demanding Home Rule for Ireland. Home Rule was a form of limited independence. The idea was that a parliament in Dublin would take care of domestic issues and Westminster would still take care of larger, more external issues. Ireland had not had a parliament since the introduction of the Act of Union on the 1st of January 1801, and since then Ireland had been ruled directly from Westminster. There had been various attempts to achieve Home Rule for Ireland towards the end of the 19th century, but things really kind of stepped up a gear at the start of the 20th century. The Home Rule Party supported the introduction of Home Rule for Ireland, but the Conservatives were opposed to it. In the 1910 general election, the Liberal Party needed the support of the Irish Home Rule Party in order to form a government. In return for that support, the Liberal Party introduced a third Home Rule Bill for Ireland in 1912. The Liberal Party also passed something called the Parliament Act. This meant that the House of Lords could no longer veto a bill, as they had done with the second Home Rule Bill. Instead, they could only delay that bill for 2 years. That meant with the introduction of the Third Home Rule Bill in 1912, by 1914, Ireland would have a Home Rule Parliament. Unionists in Ireland were not happy about this. Carson and Craig organised huge demonstrations against Home Rule. In September of 1912, the Ulster Solemn League and Covenant was signed by over 200,000 Unionist men who swore to defend the Union with Britain by all means. A similar declaration was signed by Unionist women. Unionists founded the UVF, the Ulster Volunteer Force, which was a paramilitary group. They imported arms and ammunition through the port of Larne from Germany in April of 1913. The Conservative Party supported the actions of the Unionists. The Curragh Mutiny was when officers of the British Army based in the Curragh said that they would resign rather than enforce Home Rule in Ireland. Nationalists on the other side wanted to ensure that Home Rule was going to be introduced. They created the Irish Volunteer Force, the IVF, another paramilitary group. They were led by Owen McNeill. They imported arms and ammunition, again from Germany, through the port of Howth in July of 1919. Attempts at getting a compromise between the two sides failed, and it looked like Ireland was headed towards civil war before the First World War broke out. The Third Home Rule Bill became law, but it was immediately suspended into coming into effect until the First World War was over.